Pleasance here. Welcome back. Third phase of moon. And what are we looking at right now? I'm going to be sharing with you the exclusive link of what I dub the Dark Angel. Take a look at this link, everybody. I just put it in the flash chat. I want everybody to take a look at this link, and I want you to give me your reaction of what you think was captured. What is menacing this neighborhood? There's incredible imagery coming in. We're going to be looking at it with the world. And again, I have the flash chat on, and we will be recording your comments. I want to get your comments of what you think this is. What's going on? Is this some kind of dark angel in the neighborhood? Menacing, very menacing. This is something very strange. And what's really strange is that I've been getting a few of these photographs coming in from around the world in regards to this dark, menacing figure with wings. Look at this thing. It has dark wings. What is it? People are calling it the Mothman. Does it look like the Mothman? It definitely looks like the Mothman. The major story of the Mothman's been around for decades now. Some people think, now that they think about it, it does. Okay, now there is another photograph coming in from Karen Whitefield, and this is, Karen Waterfield submitted this photograph to me via my Facebook, and she captured this in a cemetery in, I think, Australia. And what's this thing? Again, another dark figure there. I don't know exactly what it is, but some people are saying demons. It could be real demons. Or it could be a few different things. Kyoko, number one, is saying this. Possible demonic action. Wow, this is an incredible photograph coming in just within the past day and a half right here at Third Phase Moon. And I also have a video I want to share with you. But right now, I want to get the people's comments. Let's see. Possible demonic, the question mark, shadow people. We've heard of the shadow people. Could this be some kind of a false flag? Some kind of illusion trying to scare a neighborhood of some sort. But why is it happening on different sides of the planet? We have two different images coming in from two different sources in the past day and a half right here at Third Phase Moon. Now, let's see. This is what I want you to take a look at next. And we're going to be getting to callers as well, but I want you to share this right now, right on the flash chat, another exclusive video coming in from Italy. Everybody, take a look at this. It looks like a disc-shaped object hovering in the skies over Italy. Everybody, take a look at the video that I'm sharing with you right now. Also, some people are saying it does look demonic, whatever that was. But now, pay your attention to the link I just sent you. Wait a second. Demons are spirits, disembodied Nephilim. They don't have a body that can be seen. Fallen angels is a different issue, though. Okay, now we're here with this Italian video shot right here. They say, wow. That's like exactly what I saw on New Year's. The Bone Throne says back and forth. That's what I really like about this video. We're going to be doing some enhancements with the video, but I really like that this thing really looks like a genuine UFO. It's the characteristics of this flying disc-shaped object with the classic dark shadow underneath. It has a silver-like body to it, and it really does not look like a drone to me. It's not flying like any drone. This is flying like a UFO that Bob Lazar would definitely describe to you. A scout ship. Beyond Omni Universe just states, could it be a possible scout ship? Now, it definitely looks like it is operating as it would be, a scout ship. A classic UFO, El Salvador, is sharing right here in the flash chat. This is what I like. We're sharing videos and photographs and evidence real time, and people get to lay their comments below on the flash chat. Very exciting stuff. Now, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be taking calls from around the world in regards to the UFO phenomenon happening right now. Bone Throne says, aye, it is a classic UFO, and we will be supplying the original links in the About page and in the description so everybody could take a look at this. And Beyond Omniverse, hey, thanks a lot. It was awesome sharing this with you live right here on Third Phase of Moon Radio, and it is exclusive right now coming in, and we had permission from both parties to share this stuff. That's what it's all about. We've been breaking news over the past couple days in regards to the Chilean video, the whole 9-minute version of this UFO that was captured by the Chilean Navy from a helicopter. The incredible stuff. We broke the news 10 hours before anybody else did on YouTube, and that's what it's about. That's what we like to do. We like to break the news to the world. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us on the Flash Chat. And keep up the Flash Chat. We're going to be taking callers. We're going to be taking callers from around the world. So, wow, look at all the people lined up. If you've got something you want to share with Third Phase of Moon tonight, press number 1 on your keypad, and you'll be jumped straight to the top of the call list so we could get to the most important calls as fast as possible. This is what I really like. Look at the Mothman shadow people and a classic UFO. People are really excited tonight. And I'm excited to be with you right here at Third Phase of Moon. Thank you, people, for joining us every twice a week, every Friday and Monday. We're doing this live, and we get to share people's stories and experiences live to you, to the world. So let's bring in the callers. Let's bring in our first caller right now. We are live, Third Phase of Moon, and welcome to the show. It sounds like we got some background music. Hello, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Hi. So I have a story about believe I saw an Arcturian ship. Are you familiar with Arcturians? The Arcturian race?
The Arcturian race. Yeah, I've heard of many alien races, but you said you saw like a ship in a tree. Go ahead. Let's hear the story from the tree,
but okay. So I was walking on my trail home, and I saw I was looking up at the sky, and I saw this star just moving across the sky, and I was looking at it, and I said, "Oh gosh," because I really feel like I've been receiving messages from the Arcturians lately, and I asked, "Are you an Arcturian ship? You know, are you sending a message to me?" And it lit up so bright, and it stayed there for like a minute, just beaming this bright white light. And I felt such an overwhelming sense of peace and awakening and just consciousness and connection. Like they are me, like I am them. And wow, it was an incredible experience, and I really needed it at the time because I'm kind of going through a rough time right now. And just to see that and connect with it at the time, it was really, really special. And I believe it was Arcturian.
Well, why would you call out to them if they were the Arcturians? Why not any other kind of alien species? What kind of connection do you have with Arcturians?
I've been reading a lot about it, and I just feel I've read a lot about the alien races and the different types, and I feel a really strong connection, like I might possibly be an Arcturian soul here to help humanity awaken to their highest spiritual potential. And I feel like I'm receiving those messages to help humanity. I'm just beginning, and it's an amazing process, and I just wanted to share that.
Well, so could you explain what the Arcturian race actually looks like?
I haven't really seen them, but I feel like I'm receiving messages from, I believe it's the Arcturians, but from
what are they telling you? What kind of communication are they having with you? What are these messages?
Well, they're giving me personal messages as well as messages, to give to the people around me. And as far as just that, we are actually these spirit beings, coming down but these are bodies. These are borrowed bodies on borrowed time, and time is just an illusion. There is no such thing as time. There's only such thing as what's keeping these bodies alive, our consciousness, our energy, that's making these bodies function and work, our intelligence.
So these messages that you're receiving, is there some kind of something we need to worry about?
I'm not sensing anything about worrying. I'm just sensing that everything is okay. Everything is going to be okay. There's so much peace waiting for us. The sun is actually waking up our minds even more now because it's giving 15 hertz. I was reading about the galactic breath, and people are waking up more now after 2012. Things are picking up. Consciousness, people are waking up. They're wanting to take care of their health, spiritually connect, wondering, what else is there? There's got to be something else out there, not just this one planet. There's unlimited planets. There's unlimited galaxies out there, just waiting to connect with us and share their messages with us as well.
Well, yes, I 100% agree with your statement there. There's got to be something way bigger than what we're basically aware of within this infinite universe of ours. Everybody, stand by. We have more Third Phase of Moon radio coming up and more callers. Again, the number to call in is 347-934-0378, and press number 1, and you'll be taken straight to the top of the call list. Stay tuned. Third Phase of Moon. We'll be right back. Blake Cousins. Third Phase of Moon. We are live taking your calls from around the world, and there are a lot of calls. And if it's busy and you can't get through, just keep trying. Just keep trying, and we'll try and get to as many callers as possible. Let's see. Let's bring them in. Somebody's been hanging on for a while here. Let's bring in area code 734. How you doing tonight? You're live. Third Phase of Moon.
Hi. How you doing, Blake?
Doing really good. You got something you want to share tonight?
Absolutely. I was just listening to the show here, and the lady that was on, she was just talking about the Arcturians. I'd like to be able to share a story with you about that. I had an physical interface with Arcturians back in 1989, the very beginning of 1989. At that time, I had just turned 19 years old. And I had went to bed, just turned off my light, pulled up the covers, and I realized that I was not alone in the bedroom. Didn't make me nervous. It wasn't any of that type of experience. I was just aware that I was not there alone. And all of a sudden, I looked in the corner of my bedroom and by the ceiling, and I saw a light. And that light expanded into what looked like a doorway. And then in through this doorway came this being. And I was basically just like, what exactly am I seeing? I didn't understand it at that time. And there was no talking. There was no sound. It was all basically a telepathic thing, and they were feeding me codes. And they showed me the future at that time about what's going to happen is what we would call the shift or the event. It was a really strange experience to not have any vocals. You had asked that lady what the Arcturians look like. Let me put it to you this way. I don't think human beings are ready for that quite yet. I think they would probably be a little bit freaked out.
Really? Why?
Yes. Well, I think we need to meet the humanoid ones first. The ones that look like us. And the reason I say this, and I'm using care when I say this, is because they kind of look like. Do you know the heavy metal band Iron Maiden?
Yeah, that creepy guy. I forget what they call him.
Right,
the
mascot that they use on their album covers is named Eddie.
Yeah, that's right.
Similar
Little Eddie.
Yes, or Icky Eddie or something like that. They look similar to that, but drop the monstrous look, like a tall gray, very humanoid as far as you know, 2 eyes, ears, a nose, a mouth, but not looking like a human, and long white flowing hair. They're very, very benevolent. They're extraordinarily powerful, and it's basically, from what I recall, as soon as I seen them walk in through this doorway, it was like instantaneous. I knew that I was in front of a being that had very like ancient wisdom. And when I made eye contact with this one particular being, the first one that stepped out, it was like I was staring into the universe, if that makes any bit of sense. I've told this story to so many people. Most people think I'm crazy. Some people go, "Oh, it's possible." But I mean, yeah, it's been an interesting thing, and ever since that incident, my life's never been the same. I've always looked at things differently, and I knew that some sort of event was coming later on in life, and I believe we're at those times now, or at least entering into those times. So I do recall, and because it was like they were sending me images, just, you know, telepathically, and I were seeing all of humanity on this planet in absolute joy and jumping up and down and celebrating. So we got a lot to look forward to, and it's very positive. And I can tell you that. And I hope at least it's, you know, that's the message I want to give, basically. I just don't think that to meet them, if in fact that was Arcturian, I'm not 100% sure, but I've been told that. I don't think humanity be quite ready right off the bat for that. We need to meet like the Pleiadians and the Arcturians, or not the Arcturians, but the inner Earth people, the Argathians.
Well, you know, I've heard of many of times, you know, through government officials and top secret people that have been in top secret clearance, that if you come across some of these alien beings, some people have died just because of witnessing them for the very first time. They have a massive heart attack. It shocks the heck out of them. They can't understand what they're looking at. So there are certain species of alien races that you're saying that we could comprehend and deal with, but the Arcturian race might freak the humans out a little too much.
Well, and I want to say this, Blake, if I'm wrong about that and that was not an Arcturian, I apologize to the Arcturians, but I'm pretty 99% positive that was Arcturians. I just feel that that's inside. I feel that that's the correct answer if you follow. You know, and they were. It was all a very, very good type of experience. There, like I said, it was not fear-based, which was interesting because I remember when they started going back into this doorway, I rolled over, pulled up my covers, and went back to sleep like it was any other night. And was like that following day, I woke up and it was like, whoa, what happened? It was very strange. I've never had an experience like that ever since. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, honestly, too, to bring this up too, I'm type O negative blood, so that might have that might have a role to play. I don't know.
You know what? You know, this is good. You're a really interesting caller, and this is what I like about Third Phase Moon, that we really get people that articulate a great story and their experience, and it's undeniable. It's undeniable. So this is great to have you on Third Phase Moon, and this is why we open up our lines for people like you with insight. And so let's get this. I want to go. We have you on the show live. So I've got some questions for you, and if anybody in the flash chat has any questions for the caller, that'd be great. But can I get your first name if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. My name's Paul.
All right. Hey, thanks, Paul. Okay. So you were saying that basically the future is going to be bright as far as we don't have anything to worry about. This is good news. What you said you saw in a vision, you've been told this at a young age, that what to expect for the human race, and you're saying don't worry about it.
Everything's going to be okay. We're going what I honestly believe right now. I think a lot of people really need to stop reading channeled messages. I really do. If in fact that people do that, I would suggest that you just go within and search what you feel, because you got to remember everybody's kind of helping co-create this reality, and we're doing this all together. And that's another thing I got out of this message. And back then, I didn't understand what the heck all that meant. It was very confusing, and for a little while, I thought I was kind of crazy. I was like, what happened? And it wasn't until later on in life, and I had some, other things happen, and tragedies and people dying. It's kind of like, I got sick once, and you kind of get your butt kicked, and then all of a sudden some of these things come back to you, because it's like they gave me codes, light codes through telepathy. And it's like they kind of awakened a little bit later on in life, and I started awakening that way, and I started looking at things much differently, realizing about what the government's doing.
That's what I want to.
And it's astonishing how it's just like boom, it's like a light bulb goes off. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, actually, I'm sorry for interrupting. It's a bad habit of mine, some people tell me. But anyway, you were saying that you looked at things differently, and you're just about to go into it before I interrupted you about how you looked into the government and things. I want to get more detail. What kind of different perspective did you have?
Well, okay, let me take you back to 2009, and this is when I really, really started getting it. I had 3 people in my immediate family pass away, and it was like literally boom, boom, boom within 3 months of each other. And then I came down with an autoimmune disorder, and I got really ill and started losing my hair. It was really strange. I had alopecia, and the doctors couldn't figure it out. So, boom, and then right during all that, the company that I was working for, I was doing property management at the time. Well, they folded, so I had lost my, job and everything like that, and all of those things all tied into that one particular time kind of kicked my butt into another gear, and I think that made me reach down inside and pull out what was given to me by these beings. And that's when I really started waking up, and I started detoxifying my system. And I stopped brushing my teeth with fluoride toothpaste, and we all know what that is, and stopped, and started drinking distilled water and things like that. And I was opening up my pineal gland, and that really changed my perspectives on what was going on around me, if you follow. And I started learning how to heal myself. I was using colloidal silver, things like that, oregano oils. And it really helped me, detoxify myself to the point where I had clarity, if you want to call it that. And I started seeing things for what they really were, and it's just built ever since then. And I've never looked back. There's no possible way. Once you start awakening, there's no way you can go back. If you do, then you're playing for the dark side. I don't know. But I just can't see anybody, once they start gaining knowledge and they start awakening themselves, and they see, and feel on the inside in your heart about what truth is, and about how we're all being deceived and all the stuff that's going on right now. It's crazy, absolute craziness, and it's going to end, 100% guaranteed. They showed me a picture, and the whole world was jumping up and down, celebrating, because we were free. That's the only way I can describe it. It was astonishing.
Wow. This is astonishing. This is incredible, Paul. This is insane. Can you give me more detail? This photograph of the world jumping up. It wasn't New Year's Eve. It was, I believe that the human race is destined to be like basically a galactic federation, to travel to other planets, and basically, Star Trek in real life. And everybody's working together, and everybody is part of this one being, and everybody's doing great. There's no sickness. Everybody has what they need. And is it something like this?
Yes. Yeah. It's the part that they showed me of that was like the moment or the day of everybody on this planet. They were like, it's over. we can finally go forward now because everybody was told. You know what I mean? As far as maybe this was possibly right after, disclosure. I don't know exactly. I can only give you what I remember, and I want to be as honest and as truthful with you as possible without trying to, give you an opinion about, I'm just going by my own personal experience and how I felt and what I recall being, seeing. And those are memories and things like that. There's no possible way I don't think I could totally recall everything that they sent me because I'm still awakening up like everybody else. And these codes, I think, will come with, the amounts that they give you will come with as how you basically step back up that ladder in your awakening. And and things will be more reconnected. Now, all the energy waves that we're going through is also assisting everything and all the people on this planet as well. And I find that very, very interesting. So we are definitely in those times. How far off all this is from here, I don't believe it's going to be long. I think this year, truthfully, we're definitely going to know a lot more by the end of this year. I think we could possibly have disclosure of, ETs. I would hope in this year. I think we're going to all find out a lot about our governments, though, and the corporations. And I believe this year they're going to be done, at least on some point, or we're going to be able to move forward. Because I keep seeing that it's almost kind of like it's kind of like we're chugging forward like a train, on that timeline. Everybody's got to get linked in with each other and get in gear, and we all got to stand up and say no more, because everybody is so powerful individually, regardless of what you've been told, regardless of what you've been taught. Drop all that crap, just like Yoda says, because you're it. We are the ones we are waiting for, and I don't think that can be told enough nowadays. I really don't. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were inspired to call in earlier by a caller with a similar, basically, experience. And this is what's quite very interesting to me. So are the Arcturians, it sounds like they're still communicating with you somehow, somewhere, you're still getting information.
Well, I think that's always been ongoing, because I also believe that the Arcturians are, they're obviously very benevolent, and they're here to help and assist humanity in every way that they can be. But I think that universal law thing, or that non-interference things, I don't think that's too far off an ending where we're going to be able to at least find out that there are other beings here, and then it'll progress from there, however long it takes. It's interesting because one thing that I've figured out within the last 6 months, I think every single one of us is, I'm not going to use the word guilty of, but every single one of us has preconceived notions about how this is going to look, when it's going to happen, or whatever, and da-da-da-da. We need to drop that, because it's not. None of this stuff has happened thus far that we thought, or how we thought is going to happen. And you just have to go with the flow of the universe. I believe that's really important. We all have to drop our crap, do the best we can as far as work on ourselves and egos and about how we treat people, being in service to people, and not being selfish, because that ain't going to work. Not in that world. There ain't no way. The controllers are going to be gone. That's a fact. That I knew. They basically blatantly put that in there where I knew without absolute, complete 100% certainty that all the controllers are done at that time. So when that happens, I don't know. I wish that I could tell people more, but I can't. I'd be lying to you if I did. It's very close to disclosure.
It brings the question I have is, after when we're totally free in this vision, basically a photograph that was shared with you by the Arcturian alien race. They shared this with you, and so this is what happens next in human history. involvement with alien extraterrestrials, what do we do next as a human race? What?
That's an interesting question. I think it's going to. We're going to have to be introduced to technologies and new ways of living, and I really believe that's going to help. To me, I believe that the more and more news influx of truthful information about what's happened thus far in the history of it, the more and more it keeps on chugging along. I believe that's really going to also help humanity move away from this way of how we've all existed on this planet as well, because everybody deserves to know the truth. Every single man, woman, and child. We're all together in this. Together, we're all, basically equal as if you want to look at it as the consciousness of how we're going to create this together. And I believe in that word consciousness comes up again. That's part of it. We have to change the way we operate as a human, as far as the way we think and how we do things on a daily basis, how we feed ourselves, our how we get our energy, our health, all these things that, these old ways that we've been so used to that's went on for all this time, that can't be anymore, and that's going to dissolve. We can't continue to go on the road that we've been on, because it'll end. Just if you take a look at it, every single overly dominated society has failed all throughout history. That's a fact. You cannot exist and expect to be able to have a healthy and advanced society and a spiritual society and a loving and caring and respectful society if it's dominated by, what's been, whether that be the dark factions of the Anunnaki and reptilians and the Dracos. They're basically done. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. That's what I was going to ask.
I don't even feel them
we don't have to
anymore.
Worry about that. No worries about the reptilians.
I also don't think that the ones that are on this planet right now, if they're trapped, they're not allowed to leave. They're stuck, and that's it. That's done. So, I mean, that's just my opinion about that. Not opinion, but what I believe, what I feel is right about that. But it's just trying to share that with everybody, and I hope that it can be of a little bit of inspiration on some facet, or get people talking and thinking a little bit more. But that's a lot basically in the message of what they sent to me. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. Chill out. This is a hard reality to deal with. And I think every single one of us should give ourselves a pat on the back for being here, because you're a badass if you're here, number one. You were chosen to be here. So I don't care what you do in life, how much money you got, car you drive, that is nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. That's all ego. Let that shit go. Period. I mean, we all have to start getting along. Look at the way people treat each other. You go out and drive in rush hour, and that'll give you a fine example. I mean, true? I mean, we can't continue that. And if people try to continue that, they're just going to basically be an outsider, and then they'll fade away. It's just not going to be anymore. There's going to be like a line that's drawn, if you follow.
Well, Paul, this is it's been such a pleasure speaking with you and getting your information out, and it's been inspiring. It's been very inspiring to hear a positive message, because there's a lot of doom and gloom out there. A lot of people really want to scare you out there. And it sounds like, wow, that the reptilians and the Draco aliens, we don't have anything to worry about from those guys. They're basically, we got them contained, it sounds like. The Arcturian race and the alien race that has the control are the people that we really want in control. That's a very good thing to know. Very important. But I gotta say that the universe is infinite. It never ends. Is there a possibility of other extraterrestrial aliens that we've never heard of that could be a threat to us? That it might not be all kumbaya afterwards?
Well, I think where humanity is heading, if people, you want to talk about ascension, how would anything on a real negative existence be able to be of existence in a higher dimensional type of consciousness? If you understand what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you're in a higher consciousness state, or say the Christ consciousness, as so many people like to call it, and I'm not trying to get biblical here or religious, believe me, because I'm not that way. But I also believe in the Christ consciousness because I know what that is. We can put a label on anything. It doesn't really matter. Those are just words. I'm talking about what really is. And I think we all have an inherent ability to be able to understand that. Human beings need to give themselves a little bit more credit because we've been pummeled and slaved and everything else, and that's going to stop, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. And it's at that time now, and you're looking at all the powers that be on this planet right now, and they're tripping. And for good reason, because they know it's done. So I don't have all the details about that.
Paul, this is insane stuff. And I invite you to call back. Keep in touch, Paul. It's about the end of the show. And maybe we could get one more caller in. And wow, that was incredible. That's incredible. But let's see. We got a few minutes left. Let's see if we could bring in one more caller. They've been waiting for a while. A lot of people have been wanting to get in. But, man, I really like what Paul had to share with us tonight. And don't forget, we'll be back Monday and Friday on a weekly basis. 786, you're live. How you doing?
You heard me.
Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
Hey, Blake.
Yeah, gotcha. What's your name? You're coming in. Get closer to the microphone. Yeah, we're live. Third Phase of Moon.
Blake, check it out. Okay. It's Harold. You cut me off earlier, but I just want to let you know we're gonna go out there with the crew, and we'll keep you posted, man. And this guy, I'm gonna see if you want, you could give me a call sometime in the future. And I'll let you talk to him personally because he doesn't want to go on the radio or anything like that. You know what I mean? But he'll tell you all about his story about when he was growing up and all that stuff, and the eye implant and all that stuff. And you can hear it from him personally.
Well, you got to get this guy Harold on the phone. He's got to come on the radio. I don't want to take calls and talk to people if they don't want to disclose, because it's very important. If you know something that's very important to this subject matter, you got to tell the people. It's your responsibility. Telling me is not going to do anything. It's just going to be me, and then that doesn't do anything for anybody. So you, Harold, tell your buddy.
I'll tell him.
Call. Yeah, you got it? Thank you. We'll get him on the show.
We'll set it up for on Monday, okay? We'll set it up for Monday. I'm going to try to get him on for Monday night. All right?
Get him on, Harold. Get him on. We'll look for your area code. Sounds good. Convince him. Tell him what exactly I told you. If he doesn't want to tell the world, then don't tell me, because we're just wasting time. We got to tell the world. It's his moral right as a human being. People, wake up. We're not alone. We'll see you Monday night. Same time, everybody. Keep your eyes on the skies. Guess what? We're not alone. And thanks, everybody, for joining us on the Flash Chat. Quite exciting. Blake Cousins. See you Monday.